The metro, no? The metro is... The crowds. We are talking only Mexico City, 6 million people getting into Metrobus and metro. Most of them are poor people.
No tengo cuenta de banco.
It's a cash economy, no? They don't have a checking account or savings account.
No me gustaría una cuenta bancaria.
For Rosa and her daughter Sandy, being part of Mexico City's massive cash day-to-day economy means joining the millions of people who commute into the city center through Mexico City's metro, one of the largest in the world. And recently, the immense cash-filled Mexico City has started to look very interesting to one financial company in particular.
It is Mastercard's global vision to go after cash. Cash is actually our biggest competitor in Latin America because it's like 85% of the transactions that people make, at least in Latin America, are cash-based.
Of the estimated 22 million people living within the greater Mexico City area, about 55% of them live in the informal economy and don't have a bank account. Even for those who do, it's still a city that runs on cash. Lines form at ATMs on payday, so you can withdraw cash to pay your bills. And using credit cards to buy everyday things, like for instance in one of Mexico City's busy public markets, is only slowly catching on.
Por ahora solo aceptamos efectivo.
Aquí en efectivo.
Efectivo, efectivo.
Los dos se cobran, los dos.
Tarjeta de efectivo.
Tarjeta de efectivo. La mayoría es un 90% en efectivo y 10% en tarjeta.
So, Mastercard is working with the government to increase the amount of vendors accepting credit cards. But they also want to just increase the amount of people who have cards in the first place.
What we want is more Mastercard cards in the market. That's what we want. We're going to bring more cards into the market using the transportation as an excuse.
Remember those 6 million daily metro riders? They all pay for their metro rides with one method.
La forma de pago que aceptamos nosotros es solamente en efectivo.
Mexico City's metro is one of the most subsidized in the world. It only costs 5 pesos, about 25 cents, but you can only pay in cash. You can either buy a paper ticket or a refillable card. But there are no automatic vending machines. You have to line up at a staff ticket booth and fill up your metro card in person in cash.
There are long lines just to reload your transit card.
So Mastercard approached Mexico City for a partnership, saying, look, how about instead we just give everyone Mastercards that are recharged automatically from your bank account? It would mean no more lines. For the metro, this sounds like a great deal.
La Ciudad de México no paga un centavo a Mastercard por el proyecto. Es un ganar-ganar. Es un win-win.
When it launches, it'll be just like Apple Pay or other tap-and-go services. You just tap into the metro with your debit card from Mastercard, and the money comes right out of your bank account. But in order to tap in, you need a bank account to start with, and a lot of regular metro riders, like Rosa and her daughter Sandy, simply don't have one. Which is also why this whole Mastercard initiative sounds like a win-win for the Secretary of Economic Development, who's trying to bring millions of people out of the informal economy and into a place where the government can see them.
We need to make it easier for people to be included and people to see the benefits and not the risks. Because for many people, the risks are becoming part of the formal sector where you have to pay taxes, no? Yeah.
The city signed on to the deal in May 2017, and the first varieties of debit cards should arrive in November. Mastercard hasn't provided a lot of details about how these cards will be issued, but they're hoping that eventually, like perhaps by mid-2018, everyone from a fruit vendor to a government payrolled employee might have some version of a Metro-enabled debit card, and that they'd be using them for everyday purchases too.
So what we're getting in return, so the more the card is used, if it's used at the restaurant, at the pharmacy, at the supermarket, That's our business model. We make money out of that transaction.
Mastercard is paying to upgrade Mexico City's metro because they want people to use the card outside the metro. The transaction fees that Mastercard would collect in bulk would definitely pay off. They've succeeded with this in Colombia, with Bogota's express bus system, where Mastercard introduced a similar debit card targeted towards people whose paychecks are directly deposited into their bank accounts.
This is a perfect product for payrolls because money comes in every 15 days. So nobody needs to think about reloading the product because money will be there.
But this highlights the larger divide in Mexico and in Latin America more broadly between economic classes and the catch-22 of going cashless.
In this digital economy, you need a financial ID. The only way to have a financial identity is to have a bank account. So that's the fundamental problem with cash.
To get a bank account, though, you need to have enough cash in the first place to even convince a bank of giving you a debit card. And for Rosa, that's just not so easy to do.
A veces puedo tener trabajo continuo de lunes a viernes y a veces no.
You have to understand how big the informal sector is. The restriction for this type of program is the income level of the people. No?
We are a very unequal country. The Mexican minimum wage today is $4 a day. It is ridiculous by all terms.
So, as Mastercard targets cash in Mexico, the reality is that because so many people live on so little of it, a cashless economy is still a ways away.
Un futuro sin efectivo, que si me lo puedo imaginar yo.
¿Sin efectivo?
Pues
No.
Oh, sure.
No, no me lo imagino. Sin efectivo no.
Pues no totalmente sin efectivo, ¿no? Pero la gente ahorita busca la manera de traer el menor dinero en efectivo posible. Pues creo que sería cuestión nada más de tiempo.
Lo veo muy lejano, muy, muy futuro.
Maybe 2030, something like that.
Most modern cities in the world are moving for that, and Mexico City is not going to be the exception.